employment. Because when God created the world, Adam was given a responsibility, but first he seek. He seek to the Creator, because seek him shall find. And then he was given everything. And he was supposed to grow, nourish, gather, and also feed. Or also, because if I give you one cow, right, like you mentioned the other time, I'm expecting you to bring something out of the cow I gave you, and this many, so that tomorrow, if you're thanking me with more of what I've given you.
Yes.
So employment is usually a mindset. If you can shift your mindset and you have clarity of thoughts, you'll be able to make yourself employable, because every one of us is employed already. But how can you use that idea, what you have been given, to do something?
Exactly. I agree with you. Everybody is employed, but how? And given this definition, how many posts does he have actually, or roles? Value added plus less cost. That is the point. But we were on the point of structure, breaking the structure. Sometimes the structure can undermine you heavily. I will come back to the developed countries and developed and the developed one. For instance, in US or Europe, there is 1% unemployment. Do you think those people are really working a better job, like one was saying? People say only office job is a job. No. In US, if you wash a dish, they pay you for it. If you cut grasses, they pay you for that. Per hour. A bubble.
Cover this one, so it doesn't dry.
Yes, thank you. A barber in Europe, to cut your hair, is more than 10,000. You see? And this is what you call structures, economic structures. But if here to cut the hair is just 200 or 500, it means that there is imbalance of gaining.
No, this is not true. I disagree.
Yes.
It depends on by the way, the level of living in the country. This is like, if you are saying like this, it means you are encouraging us is that life is only in the north, not in the south.
No.
That's what I understand from you. I disagree totally with this logic.
And
this is not SIAS policy, but against SIAS.
Part of it, there if I get paid more, the whole life expenses, it's much more expensive. So if you compare it by ratio, it's not that much.
No.
Comparing here, I can buy, for example, a full basket of fruit with this amount, but for there, I only can buy with the same amount only one banana.
No, yes, I am.
Not everyone is getting what you are saying, even in Europe. It's not, the grass is always greener.
No, I understand your point, but we call it purchasing power.
So again, employment is not about purchasing power. Employment is about gaining dignity. By the way, okay, it is self-satisfaction, self-fulfillment. Okay, it is again self-sufficiency. Okay. Besides, and I'm growing. If I'm doing everyday value added. It's not one time I do value added, tomorrow I will not do value added work. Every day I'm doing value added.
Yes.
I'm growing, and my capacity is growing.
Yes.
Okay. For sure, for example, and I go back to the example of Bonnie, her network, even here in SIAS, can help her even in her business in the future.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's think about a different way. Don't compare.
No,
you cannot compare salaries and so on and talk about unemployment. It's nothing to do with unemployment.
Yeah, but the thing I say is just a grassroots level thing.
Yes.
working for no gain. This is a big issue we have with youth, especially in Africa. And well, most of people say it is not a challenge, but it is. Yeah, it is because the Rwandan youth, for instance, Boni, if he has, for instance, iPhone, let's say, yeah, the same young person, okay, I don't need you to understand that iPhone is the greatest phone, but it's more useful than, for instance, was Nabil, you still have that phone? No, that is close to iPhone. Is there a phone here? I sometimes use Nabil phone. He lend me sometimes. But iPhone and Nabil phone is totally different in terms of functionalities. Doesn't mean that Nabil is not sufficient or good, but it is also a challenge if he needs an iPhone and doesn't find it. Yeah, this is, of course, we have to mix the approaches when we need to
just going back
it's very dangerous.
Yes, and going
Listen,
back to...
You said you were going to change our mindset. Yeah. It's very dangerous the change you are doing in our mindset.
Oh, yes.
I don't want that mindset to reach us.
It's not about that. For example, he may use his phone and do a job and get more higher income, while she can play in the iPhone and waste her time and waste energy. So it's not about if I have always the latest technology, I will gain more. Because I may have the latest technology and it's going to ruin my time, I don't utilize it, I don't know how to use it, and abuse it. It will create more problem for me. And maybe with a very basic, simple phone, I can run a job, I can follow up things, I'll build my network, and I will gain more money and I'll be more value added with this. So, and this goes with every tool.
Yes.
I think you want to tease you so that you talk.
Emmanuel, you have
Emmanuel, I think you want to tease us so that you can talk.
Let's see. I needed to open discussion.
Actually, I disagree with the statement you say that everyone is employed. Now, maybe to be gifted doesn't mean you are employed. We say that someone who is employed have to gain something, and then to have a gift doesn't mean you have gained something from your gift. But every person is gifted, so we can use that gift to be self-employed or to employ others.
I see.
So, and according to the phone, I have a small one, and I communicate with
you too.
Hey, this one. So I use
mine is less expensive than
so so this is an example. I use WhatsApp, and I make sure that every time I have to reply to emails, as I did yesterday. So it depends on your choice. Like having a smartphone, if I don't do slaying, you see. So, but I make sure that I communicate in every effective way.
Okay. Thank you. No. I'm going to start with challenges.
One more thing, if I may.
Yes.
It's all about fitness for purpose.
Exactly.
Okay. It's fit his purpose, Ernest. This is his meeting because he's now studying. He's working and studying. Okay.
Yes.
This fit for his purpose. So actually. If he had an iPhone and he's playing, with not have an iPhone, then I will tell him, "Khalas, will not support him for studying."
Yes, that's true.
Why? Because it means you have money.
Yeah.
Okay. He can pay for himself, or he can solve his problem.
Yes.
So see again, it has to be also that, and the gaining here is not gaining because you made like this. I want to really today, if we can learn something from us. Being here, me and Dr. Dunya. Yes, we are coming from rich countries, but as I told you, maybe it's very difficult for you to believe us. Because we are coming from a spoiled countries also, not rich, okay? But we are telling you from our experience, traveling all over the world, is this one is not the game. Okay, gaining of reputation, gaining of network, gaining is more important with time. Okay, and Rwanda, I believe it have more natural wealth than the oil, because our oil is depleted. We're gonna finish.
Yeah.
Rwandans have nature. Okay, okay, climate change today is playing a role, but it have more youth now. Your youth is more connected to their families. So see, this is a gaining also. So let's think about this way also.
And there are some workplaces that you can't use it. Is the iPhone, you can't use it. They don't require you to bring an iPhone. This, yes, you can keep, but there is some things that cannot be used by an iPhone. So you find it is also a challenging thing that you can. So it's first laying and everything that cannot help you. But please help me with one thing I just want to mention. Yes, what you said, just to clarify one thing, like about the employment. There's just one thought, like going abroad and thinking like, you're going to maybe to share the ships and you earn, that you get a lot of money. But then you are leaving your country, you are undermining that job that is also in the country. Sweeping the road. It's just that, yes, it's giving small income, but you can, and instead of doing nothing at home, you can do that job, But you feel like, my self-respect is going to be down, I can't do that job. But the fact that us, the youth, have to also, change that mindset, of I can't do that job, I'm going abroad to do that. It's just the way of those jobs, Going abroad, yes, you get the money, but remember, wait. But when you go abroad, that money you're earning and also the money you're paying for the rentals you are living in, will it actually meet the expectation of what you want to get there outside? But then remember your country also, it is okay, you can earn that money and invest in your country. That is a good mindset that you are going to
Thank you, Bonnie. You bring a very nice idea of opportunities, to where and from where you can get opportunities. The sky is only. I always teach this because my job is always trying to inspire people. When we talk about mobility of youth or youth mobility, what does this mean in terms of employability and opportunity? It means you can move where you want. Whether you are in Rwanda, whether you are in Bahrain, where from Dr. Mohammed and Dr. Dunia come from, where you are from Kenya, Tanzania, the sky is there. That's my understanding, provided that you feel you are okay with that. And the good thing you say is that maybe you can remember your society back home. The transfer, the remittances now is high in terms of economic development. Most of the diaspora transfer money back home, the youth, even the youth. But you can try even to go in another area. If you are failing in Kigali, why don't you go to Nairobi? Why don't you go to Dar es Salaam? Yes, Akanyoni. Ismail, can you explain that? Akanyoni Katabuchi? Can you explain that? Dr. Ismail, let me use Akanyoni Katabuchi. It is important. It is important to write it so that people understand the concept.
Little experience like that.
Try to explain so that others understand it. Yeah.
I just want to add a little experience to what the doctor said about about the purpose. If I can share the experience in a few minutes. This is my fourth year working on my community-based company. And I started, I did more than 3 projects. I invested my money and time. on those projects without getting any money. But I wanted to make sure that I can be recognized by Ministry of Youth and Arts. So after 3 years, it's when I get recognition from there. So
after 3 years?
After 3 years. I was gaining, because they were seeing my activities, my some outreach, so I gained recognition from there. So means now, yes, now I'm providing some services based on what I do on the community activities. It means I get the geo benefits, I get recognized in our community, but also from that trust, I can get money from doing some websites, some documentaries, because they know me because of I did something in past years.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So your experience and you invested to be more value added over time.
Yeah.
And then you start to gain.
Yeah.
Gaining is sometimes is not direct yet.
Yeah.
Our problem now, we are short, always sighted people, most of us, humans in general, always want something now. Okay, I did something now, I want it now. But maybe if you wait more, you're gonna get, because if you start to get it now, you'll get less. And maybe you live for that less.
Yeah.
So this is where I get the double system that I was speaking about.
And then, when we say the concept of akanyoni when you guessed it, here if I translate it out, we have people who knows very well Kinyarwanda. Someone can help out?
Yes, it says that a bird that
doesn't fly,
that does not fly cannot know what is happening.
Where millet is,
Yeah.
right. So the bird should fly to know where millet is.
Is there, yes.
Yes, or wheat.
Yes.
So that he consumes.
It's just a proverb. Like if you can't go somewhere, you will not know what happens.
Yes.
It was a challenge for most of Rwandan youth, and that is where we are trying to transform Rwandans, especially youth, to try to overcome sectoral mindset, to sit where they are. If you finish computer science and you are from Nyaruguru district, very rural area, don't think you will always work there. You can even try to find another place. Okay, you can try, but you can also try another way. Trying is not bad, it is not a sin, actually. Even it is recommended in most of biblical or Quranic verses. If you fail in one mountain, go to another. Mobility of youth is important. And that is where we talk about, for instance, regional integration. Yeah? Regional integration. How can Burundians come to fetch water in Rwanda? How can youth from Rwanda go to work in Tanzania? How can we overcome being close, just close? This is dangerous thing, being close. Yes, sir.
Addition to this proverb, I think, like a very short statement, of course, we look for opportunities.
Yes.
Opportunities gather to look for less.
Exactly.
Yeah. We have to look for opportunities always.
Yes.
That's why we came here. That's why we have to go there. That's why we always have looked for opportunities.
Yeah.
Yes, opportunities are there, but opportunities are just like an object. It is stand there.
Yes.
You have to go to look for them.
Exactly.
And in Islam, I'm sure it is in Christianity also.
Yeah.
Bonnie is more religious in Christianity, she can tell us that.
Yeah.
But in Islam we say, do 5 before 5. And it's all about value added, being value added at the right time.
Okay.
Your life before your death.
Yeah.
The total life journey before your death.
Yes.
Okay, this is hadith. This is from our prophet.
Mm.
So I'm sure, Christ, peace be upon him, also mentioned about it.
Mm.
Because all the prophets, they mention about that in certain different ways.
Yeah.
Your life before your death.
Yeah.
Your time before your busy time.
Mm.
Okay. Your time, free time before you're getting busy time. Okay.
Yeah.
Your youth before your your youth before getting elder.
Okay.
your health before you get sick. Okay. And your wealth, whatever wealth you have now. For example, now what wealth you have that I don't have? You are richer than me in what? Youth. Yes. You're younger. You have more time in life. Yeah. You might do something much better than me, right? Yeah. You have more energy. Okay. So if something related to energy, time, investment of time. Now you are the dream you have. Maybe stronger than my dream. So everyone have this. If you invest it in the right time, there is where you will define your fate, because your fate is part of your employment. And the fate is our life. And our employment, what we do at different stages in life. And I think very important, employment is not generic. Okay? We might define it differently, but most important, even if we define it differently, at every age we should have different employment. Okay? The only employed person that does not change the job is the mother. Because always she gives, she don't wait a return.
Yeah.
Okay? The parents in general, but the mother. Why? In every religion the mother is like worshipped, right? Okay? Because she's the one who's she's doing a job without getting paid. Okay? And for that, the United Nations, by the way, have a definition for those who are working without payment.
Yes.
And especially women, okay, all over the world, okay, who work at home, but they are not getting paid.
Okay. A man also now is divorced by law.
Yes.
If a man divorces a woman,
yes,
they have to count in the properties they have.
Yes.
The non-paid jobs.
Yes.
Up to 35%.
Okay.
The value of the total economy.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. I put the law in the SIAS team. I can change.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Okay. So we are now, because of time running, to the other point called eupheneering. And eupheneering, as I have read it, there is the writer here of it. It will help us to understand it. But it is building the capability or capacity of youth, or fulfilling the youth, or answering to the demand of the youth. So, but can you please, Dr. Boye?
This guy is an engineer, so he can explain to us what does it mean to youth engineering. So we are saying re-engineering youth.
Yes.
Okay, at different life, at different countries, at different stages as per their four things.
Yes.
Their capacity, their changeability, their competency, and their capability.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can't put a solution for employment of youth of Rwanda same as employment of youth of Bahrain.
No.
Okay. Bahrain, because high tech maybe is more, because maybe the country is more relaxed. So for them, they're focusing on mostly, they take percentage from our salaries, 1% they take from everybody's salary, to ensure that youth can do entrepreneurship work. They don't wait for the government to get employed.
Yes.
Okay. So this is an example. They did youth engineering. They focus on youth. So every summer also there will be like accelerators. You know accelerator means like hub, like he was mentioning hub, okay, or like incubator, okay, different incubator by the government they use, so that they accelerate people whether they're gonna graduate or they did not graduate yet, whether they graduate even from high school, because they want also people not necessarily to go to higher education. Maybe they go from high school, they will go entrepreneur. And entrepreneurship has nothing to do with being more educated. You can see, right? Most of the richest people they did not finish the university. Okay, so not necessarily. I'm not encouraging that you don't educate, because education brings for you opportunities. Okay, but if you wait till you graduate to find opportunity, this is where you're gonna be unemployed.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And that's Dr. Imale was a good example. Now I understand why he's multi-skilling, why he, compared to other Rwandan professors I interviewed or I met, he's one of the best. Okay, I can't say the best now because he's giving me a hard time, but he's one of the best. Okay, so you don't ask for more salary tonight.
building on you see, there is engineering. The concept of engineering is a kind of finding adapted solutions to the context.
Excellent.
You try to find the adapted solution to the context. There is no one solution in all cases. That means there is no one size that fits all.
Yes.
The reason why for coming to youth and employment, youth engineering for me should go with one thing of reinforcement of human capital. Just if we can look at Africa, or let's say if we can look at Africa, Africa should see human capital as the first resource it has to get developed, to get rid of unemployment, and to optimize other resources that Africa
has. To get rid of poverty.
To get rid of poverty, Africa should see its population, but which is reinforced as seen as a capital that can help to get rid of poverty. Once this is seen in that context, it's just that's my view. Once this is seen in that context, youth can be a tool to accelerate this development, this getting rid of poverty, because leaders working together with youth and avoid the context of saying youth are leaders of tomorrow. No. For me, youth are not leaders of tomorrow. Youth should be leaders of today, because they are the one who will be living the future that we are dreaming while creating a good present for the coming generations.
Very good. The point of youth engineering, so who can give me the context of youth engineering in Rwanda? Yeah, please, Jules.
The example of
youth engineering in Rwanda. How do we do youth engineering?
Actually, what I can say for that is, in Rwanda they are trying to motivate youth from different diverse fields. Like they are giving scholarship for the student. Like they are trying to
create new science and technologies. Like your college was established just 15 years ago. It's very young.
And it's just a college of science and technology, but we also have engineering there.
Yes.
That's what I can say.
Yeah. For instance, IPRC, where you studied, it is a new creation. I think Rwanda copied it from Germany, because Germany have that policy to create technical universities. It's youth engineering, and of course there are a lot of things that is
even attracting. See, since you mentioned about Germany,
yes,
and attract these countries because they know the most important for any country is not the money to sustain their development and their leadership.
Yeah.
They want youth.
Yes.
So they start to attract African countries, Arab countries. Youth.
Yeah.
For that, people are dying to go there. Okay. This is because they know this is the power. Well, who's managing their industries? Who's doing, this development? It's these people who come from different cultural background.
Yes. So that is youth engineering. Every community have the youth engineering process.
And if they stop youth engineering, like you mentioned about Bangladesh, our friend now, Mohammed Yunus, they put him the prime minister. You know that, right?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Mohammed Yunus.
Yeah, they put
the
him
prime minister.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Now before they removed that lady, no?
I know she went.
Yeah. Now, why? Because she didn't care about the youth.
And
What is the revolution? The revolution there now, these days, as they youth. Because youth, they are not employed, they are graduating from university. Now the education is higher in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Poverty is getting less.
Yeah.
But they are not employed. It's very important for your need to study, by the way. This is a problem. Okay, let's create a problem, another problem.
And do you know who is Mohammed Yunus is talking about? He's a person who studied in America, but went back in his country, Bangladesh, and established Grameen Bank.
Microfinance.
Microfinance.
He's the one who done the microfinance.
He's the one who brought the microfinance
concept. So that the people, especially women and youth, can access money to do business.
Even mobile banking that you are using now, through MTN, like this one, is also, he's the idea.
He's the idea. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the one who started in Bangladesh first thing. With the normal mobile that you are doing now. Not necessarily smartphone. So that was the beginning of the movement.
Very good. Now he's promoted as Prime Minister. So the Generation Z here have different understanding and concept, especially these are people born 95 to 2009. Now they are young people. We call it Generation Z. So they are very highly inspirational. Yes, I got the concept of
the problem will come from your generation, next generation, which is your children. This is, they call them generation alpha and beta.
Alpha and beta.
This is, they will be more difficult.
Very difficult to manage.
And they make revolution in their parents sometimes.
That's true.
So be careful.
I started to see it. So they have a different mindset. You see, one needs to have a car, another one needs to have a computer, another one needs dollars, and so these are the mindset. So to fill the demand of Generation Z, that is why you see many prime ministers are going, because they are not able to fulfill their demands. But youth engineering aims at seeing how we can fulfill them. Of course.
And he's really learning about the changes of generations.
Yes.
Which is the young generation at every age, at every decade. So the young generation now known, who have reached already the high school or the universities, are Generation Z. But the government, Rwanda or you guys also, if you have the children, should prepare for the next generation. The generation Alpha and Beta, this generation also is coming, and their expectation is much higher. Okay. Usually they look at employment different way. Actually, I disagree with this slide, Dr. Emmanuel. I think he got it from the internet, but it's not true. Studies say that most of Generation Z, they're not looking for employment that we are looking here. In developing countries. They believe and they should learn. They should go around the country, the world, and they have more experience, and they are very attached to value-based issues. Like, for example, about Palestine or Gaza or about these things. Whatever happens in Black Lives Matter in America. These people who's doing this thing, the movements, is this generation. So they are very value-based, value-driven. Okay. For them, money is not important. Most important is to leave a stamp. Who am I? So they call them Generation Me. Okay, and you are Generation Me now. You are the part of Generation Z. Okay, except me and Emmanuel, I think, and Ismail maybe is in the border. Okay, but where you are guys, you want to leave something to the world. So employment is not the goal itself. It is like the vehicle towards your goal. So sometime, and I have three of my children actually. They can say they started gig economy. Gig economy, you know what's gig economy, right? The economy, that means they work from nomads. They work everywhere. They don't work from one place. They don't want to be employed in the government. Okay? Because if you are employed in the government, you are like this. If you are free, okay, you can do many things alone. Okay? But your salary is